What's up, faithful? Welcome to the East Coast Red and Gold podcast. I'm Niners Jess, along with Ty Austin, Maddie B, and Niner Lady Dina. It is Wednesday, September 10th. What's up, guys?
What's
Hello.
up?
Hello, friends.
Just realizing darn near every player in that intro is injured.
I was just going to say that.
So we're going to just...
That didn't take long.
What if... Work with me here, okay? What if we grab some 49ers greats of the past and roll them through there, right? And maybe we don't curse them. Like, I'm throwing that out there.
I'm just saying, right?
It's just as a potential scenario. Like,
Right.
I don't know. Because, like, it's too dry here for me to burn sage. So I don't know what.
Hey, Don. What up, David?
Hey, Don.
Right.
Oh,
So before we get started, we're brought to you by Faithful Gear. Get your customized Niners gear made for the faithful by the faithful at faithfulgear209.com. All right, so we have a lot to get to. The injury is number one. Just when you think that we're relatively healthy, we're back to being injured again.
LOL, relatively healthy.
I mean,
wild.
Going into week one, we were kind of healthy.
Yeah.
And
Kinda.
now, yeah. But, you
No,
you have
no.
Brock Purdy, George Kittle, Juwan Jennings, Ben Barch, Jordan James, Watkins.
Mac Jones is on the injury report. Fun fact.
Trent Williams, even though it was a rest day, Christian McCaffrey rest day, Nick Bosa rest day. What are you guys' thoughts?
Fire Dustin Perry. That's my thought right now. Like, let's just start the whole thing with strength and conditioning, because what the hell is going on? It's been the same thing since 2019. I don't know what they've done. I don't know what they've changed, but literally it's the same thing every year. I feel like it's Groundhog Day, and Needle Nose Ned is going to come in, and I'm going to step in a big puddle of ice water. And that's what happens every friggin' year with this team. And that seems to be the only consistent thing with it. We can absolutely guarantee they're going to have a crappy injury at the worst possible time. Here we are again. Like,
Yeah.
that's all I can say. Like, and that's the only answer I have to it. Because to me, that's your job, right? You got to prevent injury, and that's not happening. So either the 49ers are the unluckiest team in the world, or they need to overhaul the whole thing.
Yeah,
That's
I
all
mean,
got for you.
it's definitely ridiculous already. So they need to do something. I think Chad Johnson, inquired about being the nutritionist for the Niners.
With his McDonald's diet. Yeah,
I
I'm
know,
sure.
right?
Yeah.
The McDonald's plan.
Yeah.
I mean, it worked for him. Like, that dude was never hurt.
Yeah, I don't get it. It's definitely a downer, especially being a huge George Kittle fan, but it is what it is.
Isn't it just an absolute turd in the punch bowl, though? Like,
Yeah.
just all like, we're literally into week 2, right? We have been waiting for this moment, like, what feels like our whole lives, but honestly, just the entire off season. And it's like, it kind of reminds me a little bit of 2018, 2020. Like, you get that first win, and oh yeah, great, but everybody's hurt, right? It's like, oh, this is fun. So now we get to watch the Mac Jones, Jake Tongas experience for the next few weeks. Like, I'm excited about a few things here, but like, could we avoid this every year in some way? Like, this is clearly a problem now. Like, this is 6 years, right? Like,
It's redundant.
right? It can't just be bad luck. It just can't be. I can't believe that it is.
I mean, I was listening to NFL radio today, and Pat Curran, Jim Miller,
PK.
they were saying, are the Niners being overworked? What are they doing in practice? Are they overloading, before games? Pretty interesting questions.
Ones I'd love to hear the answers to,
Yeah. What are your thoughts, Dina?
First of all, what the hell happened to Kittle? I mean, I was in a moment. Then all of a sudden he's on the sidelines, like dressed. And I'm, what? What happened to him?
He pulled a hamstring.
Ah,
He hurt his hamstring
okay.
running. Yeah.
Okay. And again, going on with conditioning. My God, they have this many players out one game? This many players injured, rather? One game? Seriously? And what happened to Barch? I mean, again, I was in the moment cheering like a mug, but
You can't. You
Well-
don't have time to cheer, Dina. There's no time. You can't do that because
Every
as soon as
little
you
thing they
cheer,
did, I was
someone
like-
tears an Achilles or rips a hammy or like it's so bizarre.
on the sideline. So, I just don't understand it. I really don't understand it. For the past few years, this has been like our motto, so to speak, and it shouldn't be. I mean, maybe they need to go to a different field and learn the game and practice or something. Maybe go to a different field or something, or actually go on the field and do something.
There's literally
It's-
nothing at Candlestick right now. I'm just saying, there's nothing there.
There's nothing.
There's
There's dirt.
No,
nothing.
not
There's
a
There's
dirt.
candlestick.
nothing
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Not a candlestick,
Nothing.
no. But
There's nothing there.
I just
I'm
don't
just pointing that out.
understand. Like,
But you could build something.
yeah. I don't understand where these injuries are coming from out of the blue. But there was 50 of us watching the game, and it was a nail biter. You think about like what we said last week. We were all like, oh yeah, 27, 24,
Yeah.
20.
17-13.
Yeah, it was back and forth. And
Wait.
I don't know what happened to our O-line. That one play where it was like Seattle parted the Red Sea and they went straight for Brock.
Wait.
I'm like, huh? Hello, where's defense? What happened? I did not understand that. And Brock jumping around trying to throw the ball up higher and like sprinting like Superman in the midair. That
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You know what? We have quite a bit to talk about. Ty, what are your
Hey, hold
thoughts
on.
on the injuries?
Real quick, injuries. We don't come out the gate with a bunch of injuries. Yeah, that doesn't happen. This is a rarity. And it just happens to coincide with us playing on crappy Lumens field. It's something about playing on turf. Our players don't respond well to it. Whenever we play on turf, you see weird injuries like this. This is what happens. If you go back to 2001, we opened up the season in Detroit. Once again, crappy turf. If you remember that game, we lost Jason Verrett for the year. Dre Greenlaw got hurt.
They
A
fell
bunch of
apart
other
in the fourth
players-
quarter. The
A
wheels
bunch of
went.
other players started getting hurt. That's when they pulled everyone off the field. They had all the backups in there. That's when Detroit started making a run. They had to put people back on the field.
Mhm.
It's we practice on this great heavenly grass fields and stuff, and it's wonderful, and the players love it. Then we go to turf, and turf does stuff to you. It grabs you and pulls your leg while you're just running across the field. Next thing you know, you got a pulled hamstring, right? You get tackled and your toe twists weird. Next thing you know, you got a ligament issue in your toe. These things happen. I don't think there's anything you can do about it, right? So I think the league just needs to go to grass.
Yeah, they need to
Every
ban
stadium should have grass. The good
guess
news is
what?
a lot of stadiums are converting to grass next year
Yeah.
because of the Olympics. They're hosting games. I just hope they stick with the grass after that.
Well, luckily they're playing on some painted cement this weekend, so that'll be really helpful.
Mhm.
Really, I'm really excited about that. You know, I can't believe we pay attention to a lot of things, but I didn't realize that they're starting the season back to back on turf before they come home and play on grass.
Yep.
Mm.
That is some typical
Yep.
like WTAF shit for this team, right? Like,
Mhm.
how does that work?
Yeah.
Like, New Orleans is terrible. New Orleans has been terrible for years.
Yep.
Christ, go back and watch Super Bowl 20. The turf directly affected and changed the
Yep.
entire thing of that game. Walter Payton fumbled. First series of the game. Weird, right? Walter Payton fumbled in that game. They won
Of all
46
people.
10.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what? Huh? First play from scrimmage, Len Dawson's the tight end. He's wide open.
hmm
He goes to reach.
Blows everything. Yep.
Literally, he was out for, I want to say a year and a half, 2 years.
Yep.
Like, I can't believe that dude ever came back to play. But they had to shut that game down for like 20 minutes. It was like the world's biggest buzzkill. And then after that, that was it. The Bears are just like, we are going to murder you, right?
Mhm.
And that was it. Like, it just changed the complete vibe of that game. And we have all watched enough football between us to know that it just takes one play to change,
Yep.
Everything.
The entire thing. Yep.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And that stuff tends to happen on turf way more than it does on grass.
Well, they couldn't get us with the hard schedule, so they got us with the turf.
Yes.
They're always
we-
finding
How
a
do we
way.
delay them? Yep. There's always
Yeah.
a way.
There's always a way, right? Like,
Yeah. So Brock Purdy apparently hurt.
I'll
his
just
toe.
pump my fist up in the air. How's that?
I'm throwing my AirPods everywhere.
I see
too.
that.
I'm just
My
giving up.
goodness.
I've
Saw
had
that.
enough. I'm like,
Calm it down.
we're
Calm it
done
down.
here.
Maddie's getting heated.
One time
over
I do the show with beer, and this is what happens, right? Like,
Ah. That's it. He's cut off.
Jesus. Yeah, that's it.
Done.
Well,
That's
Never
it.
I have wine.
So Brock Purdy apparently hurt his toe in the second quarter. When Kyle Shanahan said that today, I was kind of like, really? Because he played the entire game.
Yep. Never
Seemed to be
limped.
okay.
Yeah.
No limp.
His adrenaline should be
But-
bottled and given to our soldiers in combat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you hear that with athletes, they don't feel it to the next day and stuff. So it's common.
Rob, you do not want me on shots. We do
Yeah.
shots.
Ah.
Like, we do shots. Everybody's going to be storming Marie DeBartolo away and like asking for Eddie to come back. Okay, like we don't want that.
Nah,
do
did that
not-
Sunday.
We do not want that. Okay, stop it.
All right. So let's talk a little defense.
Hallelujah, our
the
saving
defense
grace.
held
By the
Seattle run
way,
game to 3.2 yards per carry.
Yeah.
What's that?
Under 90 yards.
I was going to say hallelujah, our team's saving grace. Right? Like goodness
Mhm.
gracious.
Yeah.
Blessed be the Robert Saleh for saving our ass the other day.
Pretty
So,
much.
Yeah.
I mean,
I-
everybody had their doubts on the defense, and defense looked pretty damn good.
Yeah, they
Yep.
did. They did.
Obviously there's always things that you need to clean up, regardless. But they look pretty damn good. D Winners was awesome.
Stand strong 2023 draft class.
Out there looking like Dre Bowman,
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I like that. Dre Bowman. That's
Yeah.
adorable.
looking like Dre Bowman.
Dre Chris Bowman, right? Because he reminds me a
Mhm.
little of Borland, too. He's got
Yeah.
that same sort of vibe to him.
Kalia Davis had a good game.
hmm
Michael Williams taking on double teams.
Yetur Gross Matos
Yes.
Yeah.
friggin' crushed it.
You
Yeah.
name a lot of people. And I think that's the key. We talked about this a long time ago. The number one factor people question the defense because it's so young. There was so much turnover. And we discussed how Robert Saleh has been in this position before. Like, this is not new to him. Oh, and not only did he go through this in San Francisco, he went through this in New York as well as a head coach. So he's been in this position twice. And not only that, he's a darn good coordinator. He knows how to call a defense.
Mhm.
So he had people in the correct position doing the right things, working on their technique. It was lovely to see, right? Just guys just out there sticking to their assignment, making plays. Like Luke Gifford just standing in his position, turning a running back inside to where other players can get to him instead of letting him to the outside. Just little things like that. It was refreshing to see. It was refreshing to see guys just attack the ball, right? Just doing everything. Sam O was in there doing his thing. I mean, guys swarming to the ball. This was like a champagne defense, a championship looking defense. This is what we all have been waiting for.
Yeah, I mean, they even they picked on Upton Stout early, but
As
he
they
held
should.
his own. He
Mhm.
adjusted.
Yep.
Demo
Which is
Lenore,
exactly what you want to see, right? Like,
Yeah.
Exactly,
especially
yeah.
in those situations. Because, like, how many times do we see guys like Embry Thomas get in their own head when teams do that to them,
Yep.
right? And then they just start holding on every friggin' play. But Upton Stout was like, okay, I learned, right? Like, you know, you
yeah,
can't
to learn
teach
like
that.
that on the fly and just kind of
Very
adjust
first game.
Yeah,
No preseason, no nothing. Just out there.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
So I thought he held up very well.
Also,
then,
it was Trent Williams' worst game as a 49er, by the way.
Yeah.
Not to be
Yes.
like overly dramatic, but holy shit, what was that?
Yeah.
Oh,
We'll
wait,
get to
that's
there. We're
right.
talking about
Like-
defense right now.
Right, but like,
Yeah.
just as a whole other thing.
yeah.
But yeah,
Hold
Yeah.
on.
Hold on.
whew.
And,
Sorry, I
and
just
then,
had to bring that up as a spoiler.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
And then Demo Lenore.
Yeah.
too.
He was all over the place.
Out there earning that money as
Woo.
chief recruiter on social media as well. Like that dude is all about it, right? Like
Yeah.
takes a discounted deal, recruits guys to the team, and then goes out and backs it up every Sunday. Like,
Yeah.
what the hell else do you want from a guy, right? That is 49ers football. That is what you want. Late round pick who becomes that guy, right? And you get that guy and you get him at a discounted rate because you were able to pick him up in later rounds. Like, that is the magic of 49ers football. If they could extend that magic to the first 2 to 3 rounds, life would be tremendous. But unfortunately, that is not quite
That's not the way it
happened
works.
yet.
Yeah.
That's not how that works.
And
Yeah,
before
but they stayed away from Demo. They didn't want any parts of him. They threw his
No.
way just once.
When they saw him out there and the way he was moving, they were like, "Oh no!"
Yeah.
Let's go
His
to the other side.
versatility makes him so dangerous, right?
But
Like, you can't
Right
just...
there.
Yeah.
He's not just going to lock up on one guy. He's going to lock up on whoever the best guy is in the situation. He's going to do absolutely fine either way, right? Like,
Mhm.
oof,
Well, the
that's
thing
a
is,
tough
the-
matchup.
The
Yeah,
funny
I-
thing is
I have
Robert
to
Saleh
say that-
would move him around, but he didn't. He had everybody just stay where they were,
Mhm.
Yeah,
play your assignment, and like play team football.
and
Which
that's
was
the
exciting to
thing.
see.
That's the thing I like, Ty. It was team football. It was a team effort, and they helped each other to make that one play. You
Mhm.
know, there was no grandstanding. They helped each other to make one play, and that's what really stuck out to me.
She's
It
like,
is.
"Bah!" No, right?
It's like pretend
but yeah, it
Elmo's in
is.
front with the flame, right? But on her head. That's
Uh-huh.
the way to go here.
Yeah. So before the game, they when they do the actives, the active list, a lot of people had a problem with Sam O starting over Robert Beal or Alfred Collins over Jordan Jefferson. I think it worked out.
Yeah, like it's this fan base is weird. It's like Robert Saleh, yay, he'll save us, yay, and then he does something. They're like, why'd he do that? Let the man do his
Yeah.
job.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
And the only reason, by the way, that Fred Warner's not on this list is because he got hurt for that, one play? Maybe 2?
Oh, dude, you got kicked in the nose. They
Ooh.
had to go shove a tampon
Yeah,
up there, and
Yeah, he had to go do the whole
get it
thing,
stitched up.
right? Like, yeah.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got
So,
cut by
or-
his chin strap, and then he took a cleat to the face.
I know.
Like he would have 100% been on this list with the winners and Marcus Siegel, by the way.
Mhm.
Yeah, Marquis Siegel's another name
Marquis Siegel,
that had
yep.
a
Mhm.
good game.
Yet another
Just-
late round pick. Oh wow, where did we find those guys? Right? Like at the end of the day, like maybe we should just trade all of our first and second round picks and go for late rounders. Like
That's where they make their money. Trying
I
to tell you.
mean, what the hell, right? Like what's the point? Like why don't we just
Yeah.
start the draft on day 3 at this point? Like honestly.
Yeah, but
Jesus.
Siegel, he once again showed like maturity beyond his years,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
was just all over the place.
So good at finding those
So-
guys.
So I'm very happy with him.
And
He
then
was really
you know,
impressive.
And then before we get to the offense, you have Nick Bosa, who was kind of, they didn't really mention his name too much on the broadcast. A little quiet until the end.
Mhm.
Obviously we needed that play. I was sitting in my Niners room, and I'm like, you know what? I'm like, we need a turnover. And then all of a sudden, it was just like it was amazing. It couldn't have happened at a better time.
Yep.
Your thoughts on the end of the game, Dina?
Oh my God. Talk about my heart and my throat. Yeah, it was, and it's funny because that you say that, Jess, because one of my friends who was with me at the watch party, he walked by and he's like, he just shouted, "We need turnover." He's going to do it. And sure enough, boom, it happened. And everybody was just like, yay. I thought, and one of the guys was saying, "Oh no, it fell to the ground. He didn't catch it." And I said, no, his hand is underneath. So there was like a little bit of argumentation about that. But other than that, that was like when he made that catch. And the one thing I liked when I saw the replays, they showed how he actually followed where that ball was going. That really impressed me because usually you make the hit and you're like, okay. But no, he made the hit and then he saw where that ball was going and he was right there on it. Could not have gotten any better. Could not have gotten any better. There were a lot of shots of Tito going around at that moment.
More talk of shots.
Wow.
Well,
I got to get out to a home game for some shots of Gold Bar. That's what I need at this point. That is the decision I've reached. But, later on in the year, I guess.
What was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to say.
Uh-oh, sorry.
Well, I'll go while you think. I was
Yeah,
looking
go
for a turnover. I was just looking for a stop. I was like, hey, they've been making stops all day. They've been holding them down. This is why we brought Robert Saleh in. This is why he's here. They can do it again. Like it's Sam freaking Darnold. Just do what you've been doing all game long, right? When they hit that big play over the top, it was like, oh, they've been throwing to that side all day. Double it, rotate. Come on. But sure enough, Nick Bosa stepped up, got that strip sack. When I saw him jump on it, I was like, I didn't see the ball at first,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? Because you couldn't see it. You just saw like Nick look and jump, and it was like, wait, what? What happened?
Yeah.
Then when they showed the replay and I saw it come out, I was like, our ball. There's no question. There's
Right.
his hand wasn't moving forward, none of that. That's our ball. There's no way the refs can screw this up. There's no way New York can screw this one up. It's clearly our ball.
You can
Game
never
over.
say that.
So it was an exciting finish, to say the least.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was surprising because it is Seattle and they're known to, just like Kansas City, get calls their way.
Yeah. Remember we played there Thursday night. Was it last year or the year before? Thursday night. We're the only game on, and we had that punt, and it hit the Seattle player's hand. Clearly a muff punt.
Clearly.
Clearly, we recover it, and they're like, New York didn't have the feed. Seattle ball. What? What? Everybody in the stadium can see it. The refs there.
What
can
is
see
anyone else doing
What?
on a Thursday night?
So
Shut up.
it's
Yeah.
one game. New York only has to look at one game, and they don't have
They
the
don't-
feed. Unreal. But yes,
They don't give an F.
yeah, weird things
I
happen in
think that-
Seattle, but that one was clear. Our ball, game over.
Yes, and this is I had my air horn. I was ready with my air horn,
Mhm.
and I was doing my horns at the screen on Sam Darnold, and it worked.
Yeah.
Can I
right.
talk about that? Can I talk about that play real quick? By the
Oh,
way,
yeah, go ahead.
outside of the fact
Sure.
that I've been rolling through everybody's shit tonight, with Statler and Waldorf stuff on the side, little sidekicks. Shout out to Nick Bosa for showing up when it friggin' counted and when we needed you the most, right?
Yeah.
Like, holy crap. That is all I have been waiting for from this dude. I love the fact that he gets a bunch of pressures. I love all this other stuff. But at the end of the day, you got to convert some shit, right? Like, you can shoot the basket. You can shoot 53 pointers, but if you don't make any, I don't give a rat's ass that you shot 53 pointers, okay?
Yeah.
The other night, he made one, and he completed the 4-point play at the absolute perfect time, right? He got the bucket and the foul, right?
Mhm.
Scooped it all up exactly like a big-time player would. And we're heading up on a stretch here coming up, which I'm sure Jess is going to preview here coming up real quick, where this defense is going to have to continue to do more of that, and that means Nick Bosa is going to have to do more of that. So let's go Robert Saleh, because, a lonely nation turns its eyes to you, my friend.
Yeah. It reminded me of the Damon Bruce conversation also. He's like, Nick Bosa needs to fuck shit up.
Yeah.
And that was his moment there. That was his moment.
Yeah.
What do we talk about anytime anybody loses their job, right? And I'm sure that's something else we'll talk about later. You got to do your job, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got to produce. Well, at the amount of money that he's being paid to do, he needs to be producing like he's Micah Parsons. What I saw from Micah Parsons the other night, all I keep hearing about is, you get Packers, you get Super Bowl. Come on. To me, Nick Bosa is a better player, but he's got to get through it. I don't care what the reasoning is, holding, whatever. Like, unless two people are holding you at each orifice, like, you need to get through to the quarterback once in a while. Okay, you should have a sack a game. You should have a fumble at least every other game, right? Like, what I saw the other night against Seattle came at the perfect time, right? Like, that is the clutch shit that is needed. And if Robert Saleh can unlock that level for Nick Bosa, watch the hell out, because this defense can carry us a long damn ways until the offense can finally get healthy, whenever the hell that's going to be.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we've said this dozens of times that it started with Robert Saleh coming back, and just the fact that he's back, that defense is awesome.
Night and day. It's like a grown-up took over, right?
Yeah. All right.
They finally got rid of that manager's son who was there for the summer. He went back to college, and they hired an adult.
They got a real manager
and now all of a sudden shit's running right, and they're like, "Wow, I can't believe things are running right." Wow, no kidding.
All right, let's talk offense, and let's talk about that offensive line that Maddie brought up a little bit ago. Brock Purdy was pressured a lot.
I hope he doesn't buy them Toyotas this year. That's my first thought. Like, I hope nobody gets a friggin' car this year. Nobody gets shit this season. You get nothing. Good day, sir.
I was just going to say that. Ty, your thoughts on the offensive line?
They had an up and down game. They weren't. He wasn't pressured as much as people make it out to be. Like, it was an up and down game. He pressed pressure sometime. He had clean pockets sometime. That's football. That's the way it goes. So they got to get it together. Because now he's dinged up, and now he got one quarterback. But yeah, they need to tighten up. How they do that, I don't know. Like Ben Barch is dinged up, Dominic Booty's dinged up. Like at this point, what can you do? It's the season is here, and you're not going to get healthier. Like, do you replace them with the rookies at this point? It's a tough situation. It's tough. So I don't know. It's the whole line is the biggest head scratcher for me because I don't know what you do with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dina.
Yeah, I was impressed and not impressed. There are certain things that happened that shouldn't have happened. I don't like the way that there was obviously a lot of holding that wasn't called. But the O-line just didn't look cohesive to me. And then at times, and they came back and they did something, and it looked right. And then the next play, it didn't look right. It was like they were all over the daggone place. And for God's sake, what, Brendel? He makes me nervous. I mean, like I said, that one play where it was just like they just went like this, and then Seattle just ran right up, sacked Brock. Are you serious? So and then they come back and they look cohesive, and then there was no real balance there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that kind of bothered me. And it worries me too, because we're going in, with other teams that have that cohesive offensive line, and we just didn't look. It looks like every other play just looked really shoddy, to use another word.
I think as far as Trent Williams goes, I think it would have benefited a little bit if he played a little bit in the preseason, because he was out.
Throw it up for a few more practices, maybe.
He was out most of last year. So I think that would have benefited quite a bit. But I think going into week 2, I think we cleaned it up. So we'll see what happens. Go ahead, Maddie.
This reminds me of '86 when Montana injured his back against the Bucs.
Oh my God,
bro! You have to bring that
yes.
Week 1.
Yes.
Right, and he finished the game.
Yeah,
right? He finished the game. Everything was good, and then he goes into hospital for back surgery, almost loses his career. He has to come back later in the season, but I don't think it's that serious. But it's really weird because I feel way more confident with Mac Jones coming in for the next few weeks, working with a strong defense, and hopefully a special teams that can, not piss its pants at the worst possible time. I'm sure we'll talk about that later. My God, what is it, a special team? But I would not feel good if this happened last year with, old Dr. Hook there, Brandon Allen at quarterback, because he only had the one hand. So,
Still can't get over that.
I will never. I've never been given an answer that I am satisfied with. I'm fine.
I can throw. Give me the ball.
Give me the ball. Let's all split it up. You're in Green Bay, jackass. Like, what are you doing? Literally, the season is on the line, and we're going to use a guy with 7 fingers. I still cannot. I cannot. I never will. I will until we win our 6th Super Bowl. I will probably never be over that, and even then, I'm going to be pissed about it because it was the dumbest thing I've ever seen, and it was completely unchallenged. That's the thing that scares me the most. It was completely unchallenged. Like there should have been an investigation after the season. Like, what in the hell caused this? Like, how much better is 7-fingered Brandon Allen than Josh Dobbs? Josh Dobbs is 100 times better. He's a much better option in that sort of scenario. in bad weather against the Packers, and you're going to use an unmobile quarterback? Come on. That's why I'm so concerned about literally every decision this team makes now, because I don't know the reasoning behind half of it. I can try to figure it out, and I can try to use logic and use, 35 years of watching football and all this other stuff. But sometimes it's like, I still don't get it. I cannot get it. This organization just does things sometimes that I'm like, right? Like, why? Why does this keep happening? Right? Like, it's like they clean up the whole kitchen and it still smells like cat piss. I don't know, right? Like,
How
I
does that
can't.
happen? Yes, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, they cleaned it top to bottom and it's like, it still smells like cat piss in here. That's what it's like. I don't know how else to explain it at this point, because I feel like we are in friggin' Groundhog Day again with this organization. Like, does this ever end?
I feel like they've learned their lesson, but they haven't learned their lesson. And I
They
say
know
that,
they gotta fix it, and they can't fix it right?
Right.
Like, ugh.
And I say that because Christian McCaffrey had 31 touches.
How many did Brian Robinson Jr. have?
I don't know, but a lot less.
Hell yeah, right? So why did you waste a 6th-round pick on a dude you're going to use for 10 carries a game? Like, that is another thing that makes me go like, and how many times was he on the field? How many snaps did he get? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, was there snaps that he was on the field with Christian McCaffrey and they were actually using the versatility to their advantage? Or is that yet another BS thing that we put in our head because we thought things were going to get better, but in reality, they've just put another running back behind him? Like, hello? As my kids would say to me, like, I don't.
Hello?
No, but I need to stress this to everybody watching. Everybody who's ever thought of watching any of it, okay?
10 touches for Brian Robinson.
No one wants to understand more than me, okay? No one. I just want to understand. Help me understand, right? Because I'll back you all the way to the moon if I understand.
If you understand.
But if I don't understand, I got to go based on history. And right now the history is sketchy at best, especially recently.
Did you guys see when the Seattle's defense grabbed McCaffrey's leg?
Oh, they're going to do that all year in every game. Like, at some point, somebody's going to go out with a steel chair and pop him in the kneecap.
It's like, seriously?
Yeah. And Matt, you talk about head scratching things. Like, there was that sequence where on first down, we got a penalty or something, and then a false start or something, and it was like 2nd and 22. And Kyle Shanahan called 2 straight draw plays. Like, he had given up on that drive.
He was done. He's like, I'm just come back to the sideline.
This drive is screwed up. I'm just calling draw plays. And I'm like, well, bring in Brian Robinson for that.
Right.
And let Christian McCaffrey take that pounding.
Right. Why were they running him so much?
Like, I didn't understand that sequence. Like, aren't we supposed to be saving him?
Yes.
Those carries.
That's all I keep hearing. That's all he keeps saying. That's all the world keeps saying. You have to conserve this dude. So we're going to rip him over 30 times against Seattle on cement? Are we dumb?
Yeah, like he's the only one out there? Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me? Ricky Pearsall's on fire. They cannot guard him. How about we maybe, I don't know, work a screen to Juice once in a while? Or, I don't know, gosh golly, let's use Brian Robinson on a screen once in a while.
Hello.
He can catch the ball. His hands, pretty decent.
And screen.
I don't get it. I do. There's certain things that I'd like. I want to understand. I want to be behind it. I want to be like, listen, this is fine. This is good. I get it. I understand. And there's so many things that I have not understood this season. Like, I haven't gotten it. I know Jess is going to be with us in a minute, and we're probably going to talk about Jake Moody. So let's just talk about Jake Moody right now until she comes back. Okay.
Okay, let's get it.
They invest all this time in Jake Moody, right? And it feels like to me that they had already made this decision that no matter what they did this offseason, no matter what trials, tribulations, survivor thing that he, survivor contest that he survived this offseason, the first time he yanked one left or right, he was gone. Why did they waste everybody's time? They wasted his time. They wasted Greg Joseph's time. They wasted their time. They wasted our time. And now Eddie Pinheiro comes in out of the blue. Like, you could have done this in the off season, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like this, what a waste! What an absolute waste! Like, if you were going to admit to cutting your losses to me, just do it. By the way, we transitioned to Jake Moody because we had to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. For some reason, I lost the power flickered. It went on and off. And
of course.
So.
Oh yeah, that's just
It's your turn.
That is
this
absolutely
week.
one of the worst things that could possibly happen.
Card for losing power or something. You check it off.
It goes right around the corner.
Yeah.
But guys, it made no sense to me. Like, they gave him every chance to succeed. And, he had an up and down preseason, but he kind of, he did some good things.
Right.
And then the first time anything bad happens, you're out of town. You're gone. We're done. Bye. And then they replace him not with Greg Joseph, but with Eddie Pinheiro.
Out of the blue.
What? So he was available this whole time? Why didn't you just sign him in the off season?
Hello.
Yet another thing that I am just like, what in the actual hell is going on here? Like, I would just like to be a fly on the wall in some of these meetings because I want to see how they go.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I want to know what is happening. Everybody else can share their thoughts now, but that was my wrap on that because I'm just like, huh?
Yeah.
Well, Jake Moody aside, this special teams has to get better.
Yeah,
because I felt like Ty's favorite Brian Schneider was on the sideline.
Well, it's still on the sideline, yeah.
Remember when Brian Schneider was hired, people thought highly of him. They were like, this is one of the number one dudes in special teams, and
from
the
what he
Packers
did in
were
Seattle,
good.
Yeah.
And so, to me, that is yet another thing that kind of ties back into what I just said. Like, what? There's got to be a common thread here. Why is it? This Jets special teams coach isn't bad, okay?
No.
Like, the Jets were a terrible team. The Jets had a lot of injuries, yet they still were very good on special teams. Now, all of a sudden, you're telling me this guy can't coach special teams? And that's like, what, 3 in a row now that all of a sudden they just magically can't coach special teams? Like, that seems like something else to me that's like a fundamental friggin' problem that is just not getting fixed. They know they need to fix it, and then every time they fix it, the basement floods again.
That's like my motto for the whole year. Make it make sense. Because I see no sense whatsoever.
Brent Jones was on with Tom Tolbert, and Brent Jones said that he wanted to make a shirt that said, "Can't we just be average?"
That's it.
Uh-huh.
I've been screaming that for 4 years. Why? Like, we can't just get to a net zero on special teams. That's literally all you need to do. Honestly, in real life, this happened. We all witnessed it with our friggin' eyes, right? If you're just average on special teams, you win a Super Bowl. 2, probably, but 1 for sure.
Yeah.
Just average. That's
that last
it.
one.
You don't have to be the 2000 Ravens, okay? Like, just average. That's it. And you can't get to that baseline? Why?
I don't know.
There's definitely talent on this team.
Yeah.
Right? They're all playing. They're all getting quality minutes. They're all doing stuff. They don't know what they're doing on special teams? What? With 3 coaches now?
Yeah, really.
Excuse me? Yet another muff punt the other day? How the hell can this team not find a single punt returner that can't muff something? right? Like their first game. Oh, here we go. Sky Moore's experienced. He knows how to catch punts.
That's why he was out there, right? And then
Right.
He puts on this uniform. It's like, I don't know how to catch punts. Like, I don't
weird.
get it.
Weird.
Right.
Blows my mind.
Now, like I said, make it make sense because I'm not seeing it.
Do we have to hire an
not
Etsy
seeing
witch?
The good thing is that the kick coverage unit was okay. No big returns, no anything. It's just we want to see more from our return unit.
Right. Right.
Like, help the offense out. Get us some yards.
Exactly.
Like, if you're just going to get to the 25 and the 30, heck, take a knee for that. Like, that's average.
Get a return without a penalty, right?
You know, yeah. That's another thing. The penalties were killer.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Who was it a few years ago? Punt returner was it James,
Richie
and all he could
James.
do like 2 yards, or and nothing, or he would just catch the ball and fall down.
That dude was, when he was with the Giants, he was the greatest punt returner in NFL history for a good few weeks. All of a sudden, he joins the 49ers. He completely forgets how to play special teams as a whole. I am telling you, it is the weirdest thing I have ever seen.
He was good at backflips.
True.
I
At the end of
mean,
the game,
like,
you
True.
flip.
Very
A victory
agile.
flip.
Yeah, that was about it for us. All right, so game balls for week 1.
Mm.
Who would I get one to? Man,
Brock Purdy, Fred Warner, Jake Tongas.
I'm going to go the defense.
Okay.
the
Yeah.
defense for sure. Like that was what I was thinking about. Like I can't really single one person out
Mhm.
because it really was a collective effort.
Especially on the defense.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Just the defense alone, it really was a collective effort. Like starters, replacements, everybody played their role to perfection and contributed. So they get a full game ball. Jake Tonjes, he's my guy on offense. He's the only one that's going to get a game ball. I mean, the 3 catches on that final drive were all huge. That one catch where he went down low and caught it and scooted up for first down. I thought that was CMC at first. I didn't even know that's Jake Tonjes. I was like, "Ooh, that was a tough catch. Oh, scoot up for the first yard. That's heady. Go
Yeah.
CMC." Then he gets up and I see the big 88 and I'm like, "Oh, I was wrong." Okay, Jake Tonjes, you impressed me. And of course, the touchdown where he just snatched it. Like he had no business catching that ball, but he got it. That was a hell of a play.
Yeah, it was a Dwight Clark-esque.
Yeah.
catch.
Yeah. I don't know. I would say for me it would be Pearsall, Bosa, those are my 3.
Mm-hmm.
Maddie?
Purdy and Warner because they played with injury, and they played the
Mhm.
whole game with injury. I mean, Warner got the hell beat out of him and still managed to have some huge plays. And he is the leader of that defense. He is, and he's the best linebacker in the National Football League. And he is every other good thing you can say about friggin' Fred Warner. Okay. So that dude, any chance you can throw Fred Warner some flowers, I am throwing Fred Warner some flowers. I'm putting it in a t-shirt cannon and firing it at him because he deserves it. Because that dude is an absolute friggin' legend. And someday he will be in Canton, Ohio. And I cannot wait for that because the dude is a monster. And the league is finally starting to realize how much of a monster he actually is.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
even the announcers talk about it every week. Like they used to kind of like you could hear
Yeah.
it in the voice this year. Like
Yeah.
Fred Warner is that guy.
Right.
Brock Purdy, yeah, he had 2 interceptions that I was like, could we not? But
Yeah.
some of the other stuff that he did last year, I think he would have gone a little too far, right? When you first learn to ice skate, sometimes you can ice skate a little too fast. You can fall and land on your face and break your teeth, right? He did a lot of that last year. I think he was trying to earn that big contract. I think this year the pressure was off him a little bit. He knew he wasn't going to get benched if he made a mistake, right? Which, of course, led to the 2 interceptions, but at the same time also led to the game-winning touchdown, right? That's a throw that I don't think a lot of guys make, but he had faith.
Man, he just chucked that up. Be honest.
And he absolutely chucked it,
that
right?
Up. That was a Brett Favre chuck it up thing.
But here's the one thing I will say.
Accurate.
I have seen, but this is my thing, right? There are a lot of quarterbacks right now. In fact, I saw one the other day. No, it's for third down, wee, right into the stands, right? Fourth down, wee, right into the stands, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll throw it in the back corner fade. Oh, we missed everything, right?
Yep. Throw it deep.
If he throws an interception there, okay, he throws an interception there and FML, right? But he gave his guy a chance to make the play. And that, honestly, is what I want from a quarterback.
That's what makes him Brock Purdy.
Right?
That's what makes him Brock Purdy.
Exactly. He's going to trust his guy to do that because he's been there before. He's seen some variation of this in some Big 12 game, and he's able to process it and move it and translate it and run it through his Kyle Shanahan filter and go through the thing, right? His processing is his superhuman strength. He's going to be missed. He's going to be missed over the next few weeks because he makes plays with his legs. He gets out of the pocket and makes things happen when some guys wouldn't, right? The previous quarterback to this did not make things happen like that, right? And if he did, he usually broke something. So it's going to be tough the next few weeks. Hopefully Brian Robinson Jr. is deployed more. And then also Jake Tongas. Like, for him to come out of nowhere, like, we have been begging for a second option behind George Kittle for, like, how long now? Oh, I don't know, since 2017 when he was drafted. So they finally have a guy that actually had a really good game. Shout out to him, man. If he comes out of nowhere and he becomes the guy, great. Hallelujah. Holy shit. Where's the Tylenol, right? Sign me up. That's all I can say to that.
All right. Let's talk a little week 2 before we get out of here.
We
got the Saints down in New Orleans. What's a good game plan to get this dub? Go ahead, Ty.
Get that championship defense rolling again. Their offense isn't really good. You stop Alvin Kamara and you're basically good to go. So just keep doing what they're doing. I think Robert Saleh will have a great game plan for them. Like he's coached against Kellen Moore's offense before, and we've had success. I mean, just go back and watch the old Cowboys 49ers games and you'll see what I'm talking about. So that's that. Offensively, even if we were 100% healthy, I got nothing for you. I have no idea what this offense would do, even with everyone on the field. They still suck. I don't know. Just run the rock and dump it off. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean the offense will be facing Brandon Staley's defense.
Brandon Staley, yeah. Which I'm not worried about. I mean, they do have some players. They still got Cam Jordan and everybody else and a few others. But it's just, what are we going to run? What are we going to execute? When we get into the red zone, a.k.a. the dead zone, we know what that means. We're playing for 3.
You know what? We gotta punch it in. It's important. We're not gonna keep winning games by just kicking field goals. I mean, we know this already. It's like beating a dead horse. How many times that we've actually talked about it. But as far as a game plan, I agree with Ty. Just bring in that defense again. I think this defense is going to get better and better every single week. And the offense, Kyle Shanahan just really has to call a good game, and these guys have to execute big time. It's obviously going to be Mac Jones in there. It would be a miracle if Brock Purdy played, but I doubt it.
No.
But I like Mac Jones, and I think he's going to resurrect his career here. And I know Nick Bosa said that it's better Mac Jones come in earlier because he's had recent experience in preseason. Other than coming in, like, let's say week 10 or so.
Exactly.
And kind of rusty and limited snaps. And and stuff like that. Dina, your thoughts?
Defense all the way. That I think that's what's going to hold us. And you know, I like Mac Jones too, but I just don't want us to run CMC into the ground either. We got to start throwing to other people who are out there and open. I think Mac Jones will scope the field more to see that. And please, for God's sake, break the invisible wall from the 20-yard line to the end zone. We've got to get in the end zone at all cost. This is ridiculous.
Hallelujah.
Ridiculous.
Preach, sister.
Okay, I'm tired of it. I'm old as crap, and I'm tired of it. We've got to get. I know I made some poor man drop his coffee when I told him I've been a fan for like over 46 years, and he's like, "Well, how old are you?" And I'm like, "Don't worry about that."
And all right, that's not the
That's
topic.
not what we're talking about
not
right
what-
now.
Focus.
Okay.
So it's like
Focus.
defense, yeah, but I think the defense is going to help us, and I need to see the offensive line be more consistent.
So
And I think
Momo
that'll help.
Morton says Jones will hold us down. Our defense is better. Salah will dial up some packages. We can run the rock effectively using multiple backs. We should. And Jones has to move the ball effectively. We have a chance.
Mhm.
You know, Kyle can keep the offense just simple. We don't got to do anything
Yeah.
exotic.
No,
He knows
No.
Brandon Staley. He knows what defense he's going to run. He can keep things simple, and we can matriculate the ball down the field, right? Hit him with a few big plays here and there, but keep things simple. It's just when we get in the red zone, man,
Ugh,
I'm tired of seeing the freaking kicker come on the field.
right,
How you get first and goal from the 6?
right, and you can't punch it in.
Where's the running game in the red zone? That's what I want to know.
Right.
I understand the passing game because when you lose George Kittle, that screws up your red zone offense quite a bit. Okay. I understand that I am taking that into accountability here. Okay. I'm also taking accountability for the fact that Jawan Jennings was not 100% healthy and was not getting a bunch of reps. Right. There's no Brandon Ayuk. Ricky Pearsall wasn't healthy the whole time. Right. Like I can understand some of that in week 1, right? Especially after the Kittle injury. Where is the running game in the red zone? This whole team is supposed to be built off of the running game, is it not? Is
Right.
that all I hear? Running game, running game, running game, running game, running game, running game. It's all built off of the running game. Yet they get into the red zone and it becomes like I don't get it. There's no sort of like creativity inside the 20. There's no sort of like there's just no anything. Like the offensive line doesn't take
That's not
over
the issue.
inside the 20. Like I don't get it. I do not get it at all. Seems like between the 20s, everything's great. And then as soon as they get to the 19-yard line, somebody's going to get a holding call. Or they're going to lose yardage. Like, it's
Right.
really bizarre. Again, like there's a curse. It does not make sense.
So Maddie, what's your game plan?
First game plan is to let Spencer Rattler beat himself. Okay. And Robert Saleh is a good enough defensive coordinator to allow that to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So let him go crazy. Let him make crazy throws. Let Nick Bosa hit him. Let Michael Williams hit him. Let Yetur Gross-Matos hit him, right? Let that ball go flying in the air and get picked up and run back for a pick 6, right? Like, whatever it is. As Ty said earlier, you got to shut down Kamara. You shut down Kamara, you can pretty much shut down everything else, right? Unless Rashid, the only thing I worry about in this game, it reminds me a little bit of last year's Minnesota game in week 2. I could see one of those 90-yard bombs happening, and it goes to Rashid Shaheed for some reason, right? And like
He's
two
fast.
guys run into each other like yakety sacks, right? Like it just weird shit happens in New Orleans a
Yeah,
lot. So
Olave,
that's another
yeah.
thing that I look
Yeah.
at, right? Like there have been a lot of weird games, a lot of weird stuff that happens. So to me, it's up to the defense and the special teams in this game. And Mac Jones has to avoid turnovers. That's
Yes.
the one thing with Mac Jones that really set him back in New England. And let me tell you, he's been set back at least 3 years after the experience the second year in New England. After Josh McDaniels left,
Yeah. With Matt
okay,
Patricia
like
and other
that
guys.
dude,
ugh.
that dude, it's like he's in quarterback rehab, right? And this is his second year of quarterback rehab. Last year, his first year of quarterback rehab was in Jacksonville, okay, and he got a lot of playing time there that I don't think he was expecting to get. And he got his confidence back a little bit. Made some connections with receivers like Parker Washington and Brenton Strange, right? Like, so, and those were guys that were actually probably better than most of the guys he played with in New England, which is actually scary. So for him to come here and actually have some actual talent, even though a lot of it's hurt, like, I still think he'll be fine. He just has to avoid stupid penalties, stupid turnovers, or any sort of like taking too long to get the play in, any of that garbage, right? Get in, get out, do your thing. And Brian Robinson and CMC have got to find more balance. I don't care if it's 60-40, 65-35, I don't give a rat's ass, but it cannot be anything higher than 65-35. It just cannot be. It is not sustainable.
Right.
Because when Christian McCaffrey's on the shelf, you are screwed. That is it. It is over.
All right.
Like,
Well,
Christian
hopefully-
McCaffrey unlocks his, to me, Christian McCaffrey unlocks his defense. And when you take him out, it's basically like tying both of their feet and both of their hands together and saying, okay, go out there and do it. Right?
Well, hopefully
Like,
that
we
won't
watched it. So
Yeah.
All right, real quick before we get out of here, X Factors, Ty, go.
X Factor. On offense, Kyle Juszczyk. Yeah, we talked about game plans, and I thought about this the other day. I don't know why I forgot this. Use Kyle Juszczyk. He's really tight end too. His hands are
Been in the room
unbelievable.
this year.
He runs routes. You can use him, and you don't have to line him up as a tight end. Just use him out the backfield.
Exactly.
Hell, the blueprint of how to use him is literally in the building. Just go down and look at the Walsh files. The blueprint is there. You can use him in that way. But he'll be an X factor, I feel. If they use him, huge. He can have a huge game. Defensively, I'm gonna go with Demo. I saw last week that they didn't throw at him, and I think this week they're gonna be like, oh, we got to test him, blah blah blah, and he's gonna make him pay. So there you go.
Yeah, Dina.
Well, again, Ty took my people.
I'm gonna start going last. How about that?
But no, yeah, I agree. But the one that I would change would be I'd like to see more of Ricky Pearsall.
Ricky P.
Yeah. They need to utilize him more. And I am thoroughly in agreement with Juice. Juicek. Yeah. I am thoroughly in agreement with him. Use him. He's what he's out there for. So yeah, those are my two, really.
I am going to go with Kendrick Bourne.
KB. Mm-hmm.
Still yours, and Upton Stout.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Maddie.
yeah, Kendrick Bourne was my big X factor on offense. Like, him and Mac Jones have been working together for years, so there's going to be a lot there, right?
should be
So
linking.
if you're doing any sort of fantasy this weekend and you're like, oh, I really need a wide receiver, somebody got hurt, or you're playing DFS this weekend and you want a cheap guy, Kendrick Bourne is going to get you some points this weekend.
You can pick him up
especially if you're in
cheap,
any sort of PPR or anything like that, right? Like, I expect him to get a lot of volume this week and a lot of usage, especially if they do make it to the red zone. And also my other X factor this week, Eddie Pinheiro, baby, let's go. You better make your kicks, buddy. Like, make your kicks, all of them, because if you don't, we'll hate you. That's how that
That's
works.
right.
I'm sorry. That's just how it is. If you
Here's
don't,
the rules.
you know what?
Mhm.
Good luck. So I don't make the rules. I just follow them. So good luck. Welcome. And I hope you continue to crush it. And I hope you are the next Robbie Gold, my friend.
Uh-huh.
All right. 2-minute warning. Go ahead, Dina.
Okay, 2-minute warning. I thought about this. this was the most animated I've ever seen Jess's man Shanahan. When I saw him on the sideline going, I said, "Oh my God, there's something happening in the wind." So I hope to see that again, but on a more positive level. Our defense needs to do what they've been doing, and our offensive line needs to be more cohesive.
Ty?
Last time we played the Saints, we shut them out, courtesy of Robert Saleh. And he's back with a quarterback that's and an offense that's So we might be due for another shutout. Let's see. I'm going to put a couple of bucks on that because you never know. So look forward to that. Go Niners.
Shout out to the chat. You guys are always awesome.
Yes.
Enjoy the game. It should be a really good game. Defense is going to keep getting better. The offense, let's score some touchdowns. As always, we'll see you next week. Go Niners. Go ahead, Maddie.
Peace.
NinersWO.com, so you can get your home game tickets now. You too can see Mac Jones kick Jacksonville's ass on September 28th at Levi Stadium.
Ooh.
With food and non-alcoholic drinks with your tickets. Again, at NinersWO.com. Happy trails, Jake Moody. I wish you the best of luck. I know you're going to become the absolute best kicker in the National Football League with the next team that you're with, because I know that's just how that works, and I don't have any other reason to prove otherwise. And also, once again, for the 90th time, for the love of God and all that is holy, let's fire Dustin Perry. Okay? Thank you.
All right, we'll see you next week, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Go Niners. Enjoy the game.
Stay
And of course, for the upstart 49ers, they're 6 yards away from Pontiac. 3rd and 3.
We'll see a pickup sometime on the right side, possibly.
Montana looking, throwing in the end zone.